You'd be hard-pressed to find a better 3-round fight in the history of the UFC as Michael Chandler and Justin Gaethje put it all on the line at UFC 268, but ultimately it was the former interim lightweight champion Justin Gaethje getting it done by decision over the former Bellator champion Michael Chandler. Super close fight. I had to get the fighters' thoughts on this one, so check it out. This is my latest edition of MMA Pros React.
Honestly, I'm glad it wasn't 5 rounds for their brain health. You know what I mean? They really went at it for 3 rounds, like, harder than most championship fights are, you know. So like that could have been somebody who would have really got hurt if it would have went any longer. But it was a good fight. Like fights like that, you know what I mean? I don't want to get in a fight like that. You know what I mean? I probably want to do 1 or 2 of those in my career. You know what I mean? I don't want to make a habit of having fights like that, but you know what I mean? That's hard to live up to that expectation. You know what I mean? I want to have a fight like that. I think me and Ponzinibbio have the potential to have a fight like that, you know, just to establish, get a fan base. You know what I mean? If I have a fight like that, and you know what I mean? Oh my God, Geoff Neal, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But I just want to have a concussion the next day.
Chandler almost he had him wobbled in the first round. And I think that, like Chandler, man, he just gave it all he could. And I think he kind of wobbled him, so he just went at it and kind of gassed out and didn't have that same power and that same speed and intensity in the second, especially in the third. But it was a great fight. I don't like Chandler. I think he's a little coward punk, but yeah, it was entertaining, man. He's always fun to watch for sure.
Definitely fight of the night. I'd say fight of the year. Both those guys is just determination and will, and there was no quit in any of them. It was wild just watching them go back and forth. But I think, you know, Gaethje obviously got the better of the exchanges. But yeah, that was a great fight to watch from a fan standpoint. I'm just curious how those guys are feeling the next day, or even how they're feeling right now. It's got to be tough.
Absolutely amazing. I think, you know, and Gaethje, you kind of expect that. You know, you kind of know he has that in him all the time. I thought, you know, Chandler, a lot of people, including myself, kind of thought like, you know, is he really going to try to do this? You know, is he going to try to stand there and really throw and everything and put it all on the line? And, man, he absolutely did. I mean, he stood true and came out tough, man. There was a second there where I thought, oh, this fight's over. And he fought his way back and, you know, kept coming hands down. Like his stock went up for sure, a buttload.
It was awesome, man. Both guys are unbelievable. You know, I talked to my coach about it. I think he said it best. I think Chandler's ego kind of kept him from winning that fight, you know, putting his hands down and coming forward. Like, we know you're tough, but you need to be the victorious guy, that, you know, the guy that comes out victorious, not the tough guy that loses. So I think his ego got in the way a little bit, but great fight nonetheless. The fans won, two brilliant fighters, and excited to see them continue their careers.
Incredible. At the first round, we think Gaethje was done. At the second round, we think Chandler was done. And just the fight continue, and nobody think that this fight's gonna go on 3 rounds. And just put in your mind, if it was like 5 minutes of 5 rounds, how amazing this war will be. So I'm happy Gaethje win this fight. I think he deserved it. He put a lot of good kick into the game too, not only a boxing. And it was a very spectacular show. And at the end of the day, it's not only a fight; it's a show. It's a spectacle. So you need to put some performance like that. And the guy did a great job.
That's one of the few times you get a fight so good, you're like, I don't want 5 rounds. And Sean Strickland and I talked about it. We're like, you know what? That's a perfect 3-round fight, because like you don't want to see 5 rounds of that. We're just like, guys, that was amazing. One of the best fights of the year, hands down. Now, please, both of you go to a hospital. So I think it was absolutely amazing. 3 rounds was perfect. 5 rounds would have been too much. We all would have been like, bro, make this stop. Absolutely perfect. It sucks Chandler lost such a good dude, but like, that's kind of a loss with an asterisk next to it. Like, do you really lose anything from that fight? Because that was just a hell of a fight.
You're looking for a first resort when it comes to MMA all around. It's Lynch on sports.